This is how we do. Got the saddlebags. Alright, so we got the saddlebags on. And Phantom 2s. Gassing up. We're halfway to Vegas. Halfway to Vegas. Is that a song? I don't know. Anyway, gotta gas it up. We got about, I would say, 20% fuel right now. I gotta fill up the rest. This came in from LA, where you live and die. Let me see how much gas this takes too. So I'm gonna do some more detailed videos about, wow, 3 gallons. Let's see how much more. So the trick is you gotta lift the bike up. Hopefully it's not too heavy. Alright, there you go. So you can balance this out, put some more. Whoa! I'm wasting gas. All you can do is you can lift this up. You don't want to put too much in there where it's gonna overflow. There you go. So you just gotta squeeze that in. There you go. Not more than that. Lift it off like that. I'm gonna put the bike down first on the stand. There we go. Bike is down. This up. See if we can wash off some of that gas that we got all over there. We didn't get too much on the gloves. You don't want to get that, let that fuel sit on your paint. Wipe it down. I've never done that before. That's what I get for filming videos and doing this. Doing too many things at the same time. Okay, here's the deal. If you're gonna be riding long distances, a lot of things to consider, like how the weather is gonna be. You know, is there gonna be rain? Also temperatures. Temperatures that are comfortable for a short period of time won't work over time. The longer you ride, the colder it's gonna get. Because basically what happens is the longer you ride in cool weather, especially you got a ventilated jacket like I do, I got a race jacket with a lot of ventilation. The longer you ride, the more heat is gonna be lost. So it may be comfortable for an hour, maybe 2 hours, but the longer you ride, your temperature is going lower and lower. So you got to consider that. If you feel cool at all and you're doing long distances.
We're switching. Hey.
Huh?
We made a pit stop. Get gas.
Sorry about that. So yeah, so you got to consider that even though it's comfortable, after a while, every hour your temperature is going to get lower, lower, and lower. And once it gets lower to a point, you check it out. Once it gets lower to a point, it won't come back up. You could sit down for 15 minutes in a warm building. It's not gonna make much of a difference. It's just, once you lose your body heat, it's really hard to get it back. So the idea is to hold on to it. Maybe you start a little bit too warm, might be a little hot for you, but that's better than getting cold and then you can't deal. Think about it, it's not just in the matter of comfort either. Because even though you may feel comfortable, or not comfortable, you say, oh, I can deal with it. The thing is, it's a distraction. You don't want a distraction while you're on a motorcycle. A distraction could get you killed. And also, it affects you. You're human. People get a little bit too, thinking they're invincible or whatever. You're human and your body is affected, your mind is affected by the conditions you're subjected to. So, if you abuse yourself, putting your body in cold weather, then that's going to potentially affect your reaction time. I mean, it's all this is a distraction. It's affecting your reaction time. These are all not good things for someone on a motorcycle. You got to be extra safe. You don't have airbags and all that kind of stuff. So that's something to consider. The other thing is, long distance traveling. The details are what matters. Every little thing matters. You got to be efficient. You want to be well rested, well fueled, good meal, light meal. Vegetables. Hearty meal before you leave. Nothing too heavy, but substantial. I got Naked, my favorite Naked juices over here. This is really good. It's protein. I have some of this right now. can see it's got all kinds of good stuff, fruits, bananas, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So that's good for you to fuel up, keep you alert. Arrive alive. That's the point. Arrive alive. What else? Body position. you gotta change your body position. First of all, you should stretch a lot before you go, and whenever you stop, you want to stretch as much as you can. Always, whenever you get an opportunity to stretch like you see what I'm doing right now. So I like to do stuff like this, do little exercises while you're fueling up. That's an efficient thing to do. You can actually, while you're fueling, you can do some little stretches. As I was getting up the ramp, I'm on top of the bike, standing up and doing stuff like that, getting the blood circulation going. Really long distances, you might want to, exercise or massage your legs to further encourage blood circulation. So get into your knees like this. These are key areas where you're going to have problems, pain from long distance riding. So you pull over, massage your knees, whatever, stretch your legs. These are parts of your body that are in weird positions while you're on a bike. Just stretch it. Look at normal stretch. I don't know if you guys exercise or not, but if you do, you keep stretching and stretching. The idea is slowly your legs should be stretching out more and more slowly with time. The longer you hold it, the more extended it is. All right, and then the next one, same thing. Back is something else you want to consider as well. Your back is going to be subject to a lot of abuse potentially with long distance riding. So sometimes what I like to do is you might want to hold on to the mirrors like this and then lean forward, kind of stretch your other foot out. Now I'm in a full race suit, so I can't really stretch my arms as I want to, but still it's better than nothing. Try to just arch your back as much as you can. It's also stretching the legs as well. It's like a full body stretch. It's one leg and do the other. All right, and then also while you're riding, you want to vary your position. A lot of times I try to push myself back here so I get more coverage, more butt coverage. You want to distribute your weight as much as possible. Try to avoid sitting here. You got a lot of weight pinched into one small area. That's going to be uncomfortable. Get tank grips. That'll help you from sliding forward, keep you back where you want to be. And again, vary your position. Sometimes you sit here, sometimes you sit there. Vary your position of your feet as well. Sometimes you put the weight on the ball of your foot. Your position on your feet is something else as well. While you're riding, you want to vary your position because, again, the little details matter, right? So if I'm riding like this for 5 hours, I got all this pressure on my toe that's going to be uncomfortable. So occasionally I might want to do like that, get the pressure in the middle, or I might do like this later on. And then also if it's hot, depending on your boots, Alpine Star boots, if you stretch them, usually I get a lot of ventilation, a lot of air comes in. I don't know about other boots, so that's another trick as well for long distance riding. You stretch out your toe like that, get some air coming. Again, the trick with long distance riding is it's all about the details. Every little detail matters. Like for example, I was following a car earlier with a lot of traffic. It's stop and go, stop and go. That's wearing yourself out. I got to focus on all these cars. All that stuff matters. So I pulled over the side of the road, let the other cars go by. I actually pulled ahead and waited for the guy that I was with. So bottom line is I got out of that situation because you got to look at yourself like a battery. You got a certain amount of energy and eventually you're going to run out. And when you run out of energy, that's when you run into problems. You get distracted, you get tired, and that's when it gets unsafe. So you want to start early in the day, well rested, and be very, very efficient. Don't wear yourself out. Don't do things that are mentally exhausting. And then also on that bike, take it easy. Once in a while you have some fun, but take it easy. You want to cruise, keep a constant speed. If you're going to be flying the whole way, dipping in heavy traffic or whatever, that's going to wear you out as well. Also earplugs. Noise is a drain. I got earplugs on and I'm telling you, it's so much more relaxing to actually be doing long distance riding with earplugs on. You have no idea. If you've never tried earplugs, I definitely recommend earplugs. It's so relaxing, especially a bike like this, 1300cc. It's so smooth, man. And it's kind of, in a way, it's like you're flying. I'm telling you, I'm not, I don't know how else to describe it. I feel like I'm flying. You're doing 70, 80, and the bike is just humming along. and it's just the noise level is just so, you know, manageable, and I don't know, it's a great experience. I absolutely love it. Now doing this ride without the earplugs, not quite as enjoyable. It's doable, but not quite as enjoyable. Also, it's better for you because your hearing gets damaged over time. So I just want to wrap this up. So a couple of things, all like I mentioned before, sometimes you might want to, for really long trips, I might want to occasionally stick my knee out like this, and I'll do like this. What I'm doing is I'm stretching my leg. So I'll do like that, and I'll ride like this for a little bit, you know, I'm just stretching, and then I'll alternate to the other side as well. So a lot of little tricks. Sometimes I may want to put my hand here, brace myself up, I'll put my hand here, put my hand here. Of course, you got to be conscious of, I don't have my other hand under control, so that's going to affect my ability to control the motorcycle. Just be aware of that, but there are other tricks you can do. And I'll give you some other tricks in other videos. I just want to give you some quick ideas for long distance traveling. But again, it's all about the details. Minimize, minimize, minimize. Try to minimize the amount of effort and any kind of stresses to your body. Consider all the little details, they add up. So consider every little detail when you're traveling long distance. You're watching Carlyle's Picks.